So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Following the penalty, it's Forte. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
I think you're right, partner. To throw is Smith. It's hauled in by Devin Smith. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass. And
didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. But it's caught. On the right side, it's Smith. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Smith on 1st down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Back to the air. Smith on 2nd down. Can't find anyone open. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1. Caught by Marshall. He's got it. He's got a Jets touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit.
Yeah, you heard it, right?
Exhale.
You heard the exhale, and I'm taking that from their bench because finally, right before the half, they find a way to get the ball in the end zone and get some points on the board. Maybe they can use that to kickstart them for the second half.
Yeah, just to get something before going into the lockers. And now in the second half, they can just tighten.
That's what they want to do, tighten down everything they're doing, and then maybe explode at the right time.
And good starting field position. He'll get this. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Play fake for Charles. Now Smith. Looking left side. That's caught by Macklin. And all the way in for a Kansas touchdown. Jeremy Maclin as the first half is winding down, and the Chiefs add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now the point after try for Santos. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. Sheds a second man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now Gino on first down. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And some room to work. And it's picked, and he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
All right, let's roll those moving pictures. Chiefs opening drive. Smith's on time with the slant, and that goes as a 71-yard touchdown. That puts them up by a touchdown. Chiefs have it at the 2. Wilson's got the catch here on the quick pass, and he capped off the long drive with the TD. That puts them on top by 14. Now after the fumble, the former Ute Alex Smith finding his mark in coverage. And it ends up working for a touchdown, which takes the lead to 21. Third down from inside the 10. Smith's got the completion out of the gun. And a quick 3-play drive ends with a score. Now trailing by 14. Chiefs with the ball, waiting seconds of the half. Macklin's wide open, able to make the grab. And he'll take this all the way for a touchdown. The Chiefs up now by 21. They take it at the 33-yard line. Howard's going to push his way to the QB here. Chiefs will pick up the loose football and score as the blowout continues. So that'll bring our halftime report to a close. We'll go back now to Arrowhead Stadium for the start of the third quarter.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. And now off to the races down the right side. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, spinning away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype.
Under pressure, they got him again. Allen Bailey in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Here's Smith now on second down. A dump off to Forte. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Jay Howard in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And a play like that with how far he had to go to make that sack shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic. This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Returnable for Thomas. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Jets defense as they ready themselves. And maybe for them at this stage, it's sort of put up or shut up time. They need to stop trailing here.
Oh, I'm with you totally on that one. They've got to go out there now and put an end to what's been going on in this ball game where they've just given up points, gotten pushed around, so to speak, during this contest. They've got to find a way to end it right here, right now.
Can they end it? Let's find out. So the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
He's got a man wide open. It's Macklin. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Jeremy Macklin, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now the point after try for Santos. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. One play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Dontari Poe in on the stop.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On second down, Forte. He takes this for 3 to the 29. A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
From the gun on third down, Smith. The open man is Smith. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Geno now to throw. And Davis has it over the middle. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Throws left side complete to Brandon Marshall. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
On first down, this is Forte. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Down to the 25. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll come out in the pistol. Out of the gun, Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And Folk's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now we spotlight the Jets defense. And with this deficit, let's be honest, it's time for them to get a stop.
And partners, you understand very well from our time together and visiting with coaches, defensive coordinators tend to be a little more emotional, a little more high-strung than others. I have a feeling that speech came out about taking a stand and bowing up in this possession.
Yeah, that's where this word pride comes out, right?
In a big way.
4 yards remaining now on second down. Charles the lone setback. Back to throw, Smith. Gonna look deep for Wilson. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Albert Wilson, 66 yards. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know there are plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 5 receivers in the game, 4 of them to the left side. Smith on first down. Amaro's got it, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 11 on the gain there, and it's good for a New York first down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. Again, Smith. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. Throwing again is Smith. And he finds Jace Amaro. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Throwing now is Gino. Right side, there's Decker. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Smith throwing again. Smith catches left side. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Forte. And he's got this one down to the 10. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. On second down, here's Smith. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Jay Howard getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak, no running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
319.
Here's Smith now on second down. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Santos now to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. Oh, the spin. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
And New York set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Chris Jones. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Stop right there.
To throw on second down is Smith. Caught right side, Davis. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Gino now to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because...
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. Here's Thomas. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Well, Charles, it's one.
Now I've been in New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, 'cause there's no place like California, California, ay, ay.